Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a review and probably like 5 looks with this new Natasha Denona palette. This is her pastel palette. It is limited edition and it is the meaty one. So this is $65, which I'm really excited that she brought this size and not the bigger one because nobody's gonna pay $125 for these kinds of shades. Now for me this is exciting because I don't really own a ton of good pastel colors and I'm excited. When I first saw it I thought, okay, like I think that's interesting, but the more I thought about it I'm like, I actually don't own any good just pastel colors. I wanted to do this blue look for a while and I just didn't have the color, so I'm like, ooh, maybe that color will do. So yeah, if you guys are interested, continue watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tania. I'd love for you to subscribe down below if you enjoy the channel, and you know, let's play with this palette. So I have seen some looks with this palette, but I haven't seen any actual reviews, so I don't know what people say about it, but I've seen beautiful looks with this palette, but most of them seem very out there, very, you know, like intense, things that I probably wouldn't wear daily. But I thought, you know what, why don't we do a few looks that are more simple, people that want to play with a little bit of color, a little pastel in the summer, but still kind of wearable. We'll do a few of those, and probably we're gonna get a little more creative with these as well. But yeah, I'm excited. So I don't know if these are any repeats. Limoncello sounds familiar, but I'm not sure about that. And Feather here, have we seen this one before? I'm not sure. Now I wanted to go into Circoloco and kind of swatch things and compare them, but I can't find my palette. I don't know what I did with it. I don't remember returning it. I don't remember using it. I know once I think I took it on a job. Maybe that's where I lost it. I don't know where it is. I have moved kind of my makeup collection here and there, but yeah, so I don't have that for you guys. But I will do some swatches. So let's see how this swatches. First we have Tulle, which is a cream to powder. Illusion, which is a duochrome. It has a sheer pink peach. Mint Frost, a sparkling metallic. Bora, a cream to powder. Dainty, which is a duochrome sparkling pink, and it has some golden champagne. Brisk, cream to matte. Adriatic, duochrome. Starlet, duochrome. Bellini, it's a cream matte. Bubble, it's a cream to powder. Limoncello, it's a metallic. Duet, duochrome. Airy, cream matte formula. Zest, cream to powder. And finally Feather, cream to matte. So the swatches I thought went on decent for a pastel color. Those usually don't swatch well, and most of the time you're gonna have to build that color, which I'm fine with. So I thought that these for that swatched really well. Now there's a lot of cream to powder formula here, so if you don't like that, I'm not sure if you're gonna enjoy this palette. I enjoy that formula because I find it easy to control the color because I can build it up the way I want it. But I will say the Zendo palette, I did not love that one. The cream to powder was also almost not pigmented enough, and when I would pick it up it would almost crumble in the pan. So I'm curious to see how these will work. But overall, I like the colors. I think they're really fun. So I will do 5 looks. I'm going to start with the first one on this side. And I think I'm going to do a voiceover over this one because I'm still a little sick. And I think that would be a little easier for me. So yeah, This first look, I'm starting with Feather, and I am feathering in my crease. This is a beautiful pink. It's very light, very pastel. Taking Bora and intensifying that outer area. I like this color because it's not too stark, so I can build it up slowly and get my desired depth from it. And then I'm taking Feather again and just blending in those two colors to have a really seamless application. Then in the center, I am taking Dainty, and that is a beautiful bright shimmer, and I'm putting that pretty much all over the lid. I use my finger because it's less messy. And then I'm taking Bora again and just intensifying. I'm actually going to take that and put it in my inner corner as well, give that halo effect. I'm taking on the lower lash line the color Feather, and also Bora, pretty much imitating what I've done on the upper lash line. Taking Dainty with my finger and putting in the center. Illusion, I'm taking that in the inner corner. I think it's nice and brightening, and it has a beautiful pink shift. I also took the color Duet and put it in the center of the lid. I like that color. It's a beautiful duochrome. And I also put a liner with this. I chose a blue liner because I thought it was kind of fun and not so harsh. And just mascara, and that is the first look. On the second look, I started with Bellini, and I really liked this color. It had a lot of beautiful pigment. I was able to build it up. I also took Starlet, and I brought it in the outer corner and kind of halfway. I tried it with a brush first, but I felt like my finger would do better. So I took my finger and patted the color there to give me a little bit more pigment. And yeah, I think that helped a lot. In the inner part, I took Limoncello and I kind of brought it, a third way in, and I kept taking Starlet and Limoncello and kind of blended that line in between them. Pretty much did the same on the lower lash line, took Limoncello on the 1/3 of the eye on the lower lash line, and then took Starlet on the outer corner. I felt like I needed something more, so I took the Mint Frost and put that in between those two colors, and I really like that color with the red pink color that I have there. I think it's really pretty, and it gave it a little bit more sophistication, I would say, to the look. Again, I put mascara on and a liner, and that is it. Both of these looks, I think they're a little bit more wearable, even though they're colorful. On the third look, I started with the color Zest, and I did not like how this color initially looked on me in person. I thought it looked a little sickly, but I made it work in the end. Took Brisk in the outer corner and kind of built that color up. I put it in my crease and I kind of brought it almost all over the lid. This color is powdery, but I like it. I think it's a pretty color, pretty undertone, and it built up really, really well. It's a beautiful color. And next I took Mint Frost and put that smack in the middle. I use two fingers usually, one to apply the color and another one to blend in the edges. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I'm just putting that in the center and then kind of feathering it out all over. It's a really pretty color. This is a very shiny, in your face kind of color. Taking Limoncello and adding it right to the center of that color. Here I took Starlet and I sprayed it down because I felt the need to contain this color a little bit. So using it with a brush, I had a little bit more precise application. And then here I took limoncello and tried to cover that zest color because I didn't like it, and I thought it worked well. I put a liner and smoked it out a little bit and just some lashes, and that is the finished look. On my fourth look, I started with the color Bubble, and this is by far my favorite color in this palette. There's something about the color, the undertone, the way it performs. I really liked it. I'm taking Tulle, and I was surprised at how bright this color was initially, and so I'm putting that in my crease and kind of blending it out. Taking the color Bora, and I am intensifying that outer V. These two colors, Tulle and Bora, I am pretty much blending them into each other just to give a nice transition. Next to it, I'm going to take Starlit and slightly apply it with my finger. I try to be kind of precise. I don't want it to connect with the blue yet, but I want it close because I'm taking this Duet color, and this is the one that connects both of them. I think this is a beautiful color that has that blue shift. It has pink and purple, and I think this really helps that blue transition into that pink/red. Intensifying that color Bubble just because we kind of lost it, and I'm also bringing it on the lower lash line towards the end, kind of mirroring what I did on the inner part, and so I'm doing the same on the lower lash line. I am spraying my brush, and I'm taking the color Starlit and putting it in my inner corner pretty much, and also at the top, just intensifying that color. In my inner corner all the way, I'm taking Illusion and kind of blending that into Starlit just to brighten up, and my brow bone as well. Here I'm taking the color Duet, and I am connecting the blue and the red, but I needed more intensity, so I sprayed my brush, and it was fine. I wish this color was just a little bit brighter, but overall I think it was really pretty. Put some mascara on and also liner. I felt the need to have a liner, and that is the finished look. I thought it was so fun playing with these. I really like this look just because of that blue and pink combination. Final look, I started with Airy, and I took this and put it on, and it looked so muddy. So I thought maybe I picked up a dirty brush, so I switched my brush, and here you can see that it's picking up color better. So I think it was my brush that it was bad, because I was able to build up that color really pretty. Taking Bubble and putting it all over the lid. I really wanted this look to be all about that color because I find it so beautiful and so unique. I love the undertone. I love the texture of it, that you can build it up so well. And I've been looking for a color like this for a bit, and I'm glad I finally found it. I think it's beautiful. I'm taking Airy again and just cleaning up the sides just to blend it out, and taking the same color Airy on my lower lash line and connecting it to the top. Next, I am taking Mint Frost, and I'm putting this in the first third of my eye. Now, I'm not intending to keep this color because I didn't want necessarily a green there. I wanted it still to look blue, but I didn't have a shimmery blue, so I thought I would make it my own. So after I put this color on, I'm taking the color Duet and putting it on top of Mint, and I thought that combination would bring more of that blue from that color Duet and connect it to my blue. I needed that Mint Frost underneath to give me that depth, and a little bit of that color, and I thought it turned out really pretty. I like that combination, and it made it more interesting. I'm kind of repeating what I've done to the top on the bottom with that mint frost, and then taking the color Duet and putting it on top of that green color. And in the inner corner, I'm taking Illusion one more time and brightening that up and connecting the top with the bottom. Taking Feather and just feathering out and cleaning out the edges. I thought it was just a little bit messy, so taking that color really cleaned it up. I liked it so much I put it on my lower lash line as well to clean it up and give me that little bit of pink. I finished this with, again, a liner and mascara, and that is it. I love this look. This is definitely my favorite. I find it so beautiful, fairy-like, and I just love these kinds of colors, and I'm glad I found some that actually work and they're pigmented enough to get the look. So those are the 5 looks I've created. I'm kind of thinking back and I'm wondering, did I do any wearable ones? I think it's kind of hard to create very wearable looks because this is a very colorful palette, so you're gonna have color. Now, if you want something very pastel summery, just go with 1 or 2 colors all over. It would have been kind of boring for me to do just 1 color all over the lid, but like you can combine these 2 and do this in the crease and that all over and have a really pretty summer color. Or this peach right here, I was like, that would be just pretty in the crease with maybe this one all over. So there's things that you can do that are very simple. Or the peach and this blue one, those look so pretty together. But I wanted to kind of show the colors a little bit more and how they look. And again, not be very redundant. This color I should have used a little bit more because it was so pretty. It would actually go really pretty with my eye look right now. I've used it in the first look. This one was a nice, this is cream to powder, yeah, formula. So it's not very intense, but you build it up. This is probably no, this is not my favorite color, but it's almost my favorite color. This mint one, it's a very intense, really pretty, but I have a feeling I've seen this kind of color in her formulas before. This is a really pretty duochrome. It has a really beautiful pink shift to it. But it's nice in the inner corner, and this is a really pretty pink in the crease mostly. Now this is my favorite color in this palette for sure. Let me wipe my hands. This one right here, I think it is the most beautiful. I was very tempted to just do this all over the lid and a really like black liner in mascara, or all this all over the lid with just simple mascara. I just thought maybe that would be a little bit boring, so I amped it up a little bit. But that is something that I would see myself wearing on day-to-day basis. A wash of this all over the lid, mascara, and that's about it on the eye. I think that would be really pretty. This beautiful transition, this one surprised me because I thought it was more pink than it showed in here, like because it has that shift to it. It looked more pink on the lid than I was expecting. I was expecting more of a red, but it's still good. This one, honestly, I don't think I tried it. I think this is the only one that I haven't used. Oh no, I should have used it in that green look. What was I thinking? And then this is a really pretty, pale color. The same with this one. This is a beautiful transition color. This one is an interesting color because it kind of looks like puke when you blend it out, but I think it has its place. I try to play with it just a little bit and give it a little bit of life, but I couldn't leave it on its own on my skin because it would have looked real bad, or I would have had to really build it up. So I put, I think, the limoncello on top of that one, but it's okay. It's not a favorite color, but I see its place. This blue, first, when I first put it on, I thought it looked muddy and dark. So I don't know if my brush was not completely clean because I used it on this look and I was like, I don't love that. but then I used it on the bottom with a different brush and it was nice and bright blue. So I really think maybe there was something on that brush that I thought it was clean. This color right here, this is the one I've used the most in all the looks because it has that blue transition, but there's also pink and what color is that? Oh, purple. I think it has a really good place in the collection. I wiped it already. And I like that. I wish it was just a little bit brighter, like punchier, because I wanted that transition from blue to purple or pink, and that was the good color to transition with. But I felt like I had to build it up and build it up and build it up. So that is one of those colors that it's really pretty, but I wish it was just a little bit more intense. But if you wet it, you can get the intensity. And then the limoncello is a nice, pretty color. It has that pink shift and it goes well with greens. So overall, I really like the palette. I like the shimmers. This was really intense. This one was really intense. This one right here. I'm bummed I did not use this one. I think I was just, again, I'm not feeling the best. So I probably was like skipping and my mind wasn't there. But overall, I really like all the formulas. The one negative is, it's not even a negative. It's just like I wish for me personally that had a little bit more punch, because it's punchy when you swatch it, but when you apply it, it seems to be lacking a little bit. This color right here, it was my favorite. I'm probably not going to reach for it much because it has that greeny undertone. You can definitely use it with like, you know, other green colors, so it will complement each other, but it's just a color that on me made me look sick. So I personally love the palette. I think it performed really well. The colors are punchier for pastel. I feel like they perform really well. Like even the peachy one, you could really build up that peachy one, or this one, or these ones. They're very bright colors. And I feel like I was able to get looks that were deeper almost, you know, because I was building up those colors. So I really like it. Also, you can do a wash of color if you want more clean, simple looks. So again, I did do more intense looks. I thought maybe I would go towards simple looks, but because of the intensity of these shadows, I was like, okay, I can really build these colors up. But if you want something simpler, just use 1 or 2 shades. Once you get into 3, 4 shades, it can look too intense and just too out there if you want a very simple look. So yeah, overall, I'm loving it. I love the packaging. It's this matte feel. It has no shine to it, and it's from pink to that green. I think it's really beautiful. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. And I really do see myself using it in the summer more for like those one and done shadows with a little bit of liner and mascara. So that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you picked it up? Have you played with it? What do you think? Obviously, all these looks I've created would have looked so much better with lashes. I personally don't wear lashes. I am so sensitive to them and I'm not going to put them on. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.